Welcome to News 8. I'm Chanel Ramos. Here's what's happening in our top story tonight. A shooting took place last night in the Grove Place area of St. Croix. News Channel 8's Wes Small files this exclusive report.
A 20-year-old Williams Delight man was shot in the vicinity of this area of Grove Place. You know the park where they have the Bull and Bread Festival every year? That bar located right there at that park. Not going to go to that scene because that right now seems to our crew to be a hostile environment. Got to tell you that that young man went to get a beer sometime in the early evening last night, went inside to get a beer where he heard shots, volley of shots as he exited that bar and that grocery store. He was struck at least 3 times. He is in serious condition right now at Juan Louis Hospital. If you know anything about this crime, you should call 911 or 778-2211, 778-2250. Like I said, not going in that area right now because what we have noticed is an area of hostility, and I don't think that the News Channel 8 crew is safe in that area. Melody Rames provided me with that information, Virgin Island Public Relations Officer. We'll keep you updated on this latest shooting on St. Croix as time warrants. In Grove Place, I'm Wes Small for News Channel 8.
In other news, Virgin Islands Governor John DeYoung reacted to the passing of the Diageo rum bill. News Channel 8, Lee Carl has the details.
Well, Governor John DeYoung was corralled, if you will, by some reporters because he did not make an actual statement except sent a press release out when senators voted for what he called real progress. And their vote was a vote for the future, a vote for all the Virgin Islands. And the governor said that he was extremely pleased at that special session. There were certain matters that, by reason of their importance, require a higher standard of review, consideration, and care. Our agreement with Diageo was such an importance required a high degree of honesty and openness. The governor was caught by 2 or 3 reporters at Government House as they asked the questions, and the governor was happy to respond to clarify some of the areas that had been talked about on talk shows.
It would be remiss in my responsibilities if I didn't take advantage of that in terms of trying to get them to come to the Virgin Islands, but principally St. Croix, but also making sure that we were able to capitalize on it. Because we have a very unique opportunity with the mere fact that since 1954, the Virgin Islands and other territories have been told by Congress, rum is the one industry that you can do the production and gain the advantage. So once they made the decision to leave, I wanted them to come to the Virgin Islands rather than going someplace else. So we still have a good relationship with Puerto Rico. I can't believe that just because a company decided to leave Puerto Rico and come to the Virgin Islands, that should hurt a relationship that has a very strong historic foundation between our 2 islands. So I don't see that. I mean, there's a number of companies in Puerto Rico that are located in the Virgin Islands, and that bodes well for our relationships, and I can't see that hurting us overall. The legislature has the right, is their responsibility, to either vote it up or to vote it down. I think all 15, I will take this risk, I do think all 15 felt comfortable with Diageo. I think they felt comfortable with the testimony, with the individuals. I will concede that they felt pressured by the time frame, but we had no choice. Here was a major company leaving another jurisdiction, going someplace else, and there was a window of opportunity for the Virgin Islands. It is important to me that we compete at that level, and in order to do that, you've got to be responsive. So maybe some feelings were hurt, mend those fences, but I think in the long run, it is good for the Virgin Islands, and it's particularly good for St. Croix because it gives us what we need, which is to begin to achieve some growth.
So it would appear the next step is for Diageo, as the governor said, to seek out land in St. Croix and then to begin to construct the rum distillery. In St. Thomas, Lee Carl for News Channel 8.
The St. Croix Foundation received a large donation yesterday that was presented by the members of the Taste of St. Croix Committee. News Channel 8's Wes Small files this report.
Well, here we are at Gallows Bay, St. Croix Foundation with Roger Dewey, who is the director. What we're talking about today is a taste of St. Croix and how that money continues to trickle down to small businesses and to the youngsters that are going to Kansas City with Chef Dues, programs like that we've provided to you this summer. And so it's nothing but a positive thing here at the St. Croix Foundation. Let's find out what kind of checks are being presented today.
As most of you may know, April the 15th to the 21st, we had a week of activities surrounding the Taste of St. Croix, which has now become known as the Food and Wine Experience Week. And on behalf of all of the different entities, restaurants, bar, and stakeholders, we want to present the St. Croix Foundation with this check of $145,000 net proceeds. We want to thank all of our sponsors and all of the businesses and persons who made this tremendous donation possible.
On behalf of the St. Croix Foundation, we want to really thank the Taste of St. Croix Committee and all the people who worked in the entire week. The Taste of St. Croix Committee, the founders of the Taste of St. Croix are Catherine Pugliese here on my left, Kelly Odom, and Colin Hodge, and the three of them make it happen, along with a lot of hard work on the St. Croix Foundation staff that deserve a lot of credit too, and all the restaurants in the industry. And what makes this really special, this is an industry celebration. The food and wine industry is a really critical, important industry in our community, and by having their own celebration, it gets better and better every year, and we really appreciate that we were chosen in the beginning to be the recipient of the proceeds. And these funds go into a variety of programs that always go for the betterment of our community.
Always a pleasure to be dealing with Roger Dewey and his staff at the St. Croix Foundation. They're really going the long route to give back to the community. Here in Gallows Bay, I'm Wes Small for News Channel 8.
We've got some laughs with the cast of Oliver coming up next.